So Calm, okay, says, hey, SM, I saw your webinar with Jesper. I have a service area business that provides national services and have location pages for all services across the whole country. Had location pages for all services across the whole country in individual counties. I have a branded drive stack, GMBs, press releases, etc., along with a branded ID page in S3. Would it damage the entity if I created one cloud site across all of Jespers cloud integrations and a gsite per location page and link back to the main branded drive stack in the process? Wanting to drive as much power as possible to help rank all my pages as my industry is super competitive. That's, I don't know. Again, sometimes there's questions, guys, that are theory that cannot be answered. I could guess, but that, again, that was just a guess. You have to test these things to be able to determine, I've not done that, so I don't know. I got to read through this one more time. He says, I have a service area business that provides national services and have a location page for all services across the whole country and individual counties. I have a branded drive stack, GMBs, press releases, etc., along with a branded ID page in S3. Would it damage the entity if I created one cloud site across all Jespers cloud integrations and a gsite per location page and link back to the main branded drive stack in the process? I've never had any issues linking to a drive stack. And for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, that's the drive folders and files in Google Drive that have been made public, that we use for kind of developing links within the Google Drive system that can power up our money sites and whatever else. I've never seen any problem from linking to drive stack, meaning folders or files. I've never seen that cause any problems. So I can't imagine that hurting anything. As far as, I don't know specifically what kind of configuration you're talking about with Jespers Cloud, with doing the cloud pages. I think there's 5 integrations now, maybe 6. So I'm not sure what kind of configuration you're doing there, but as far as G sites, you can do, like, again, using Google Sites to link to other Google Sites or to drive stacks or to, anything like that is not going to hurt. I've never experienced any sort of negative, issue from that, period. The only, like personally, I've been using drive stacks and G sites with like a branded G site, and then you mirror like location pages and everything you mirror your site structure, your main money site structure into a branded G site. I know there is a lot of strategies out there, which is using additional G sites to kind of link to your main branded G site. So you have different G sites on different, G site web addresses, so sites.google.com/view/whatever slugs. That's not one that I've done much with, although I do need to test with that, because I know some of the guys like over at Staxio are doing a lot of that. I've always kind of stuck with building one branded G site, and then you build into that, like you expand that by adding additional location pages, and basically you mirror your main money site structure into that G site. And that, I've always liked that best, because when as you're powering up the G site with link building and everything else, it builds massive authority. And so each time you add like a new location, for example, it benefits instantly from all the authority built to that specific G site. Whereas using multiple different G sites, each G site is like fresh. In other words, you have to build authority to each subsequent G site. Whereas if you just build onto, like, expand an additional G site, it's going to benefit from the authority that's already been built to it, right? It has kind of like a cumulative effect. But again, that's not to say that using additional G sites as tiered link building isn't helpful. I just haven't tested that. That's not something I've done. And I suspect that it is useful, because like I said, I know some of the guys over at Staxio, that's what they teach. And so far, I don't have a lot of experience with that, but that's something that I've seen them do. I would like to test it some later time. I just don't have the time to do it right now. So I don't know if that answered your question or not, but that's one of those kind of theory-based questions that I just don't know without testing. The one thing I can say for sure, Calm, is I've never experienced at all, ever, or seen at all any negatives from link building to a drive stack, or which means the folders and or files within the drive stack. I've never seen that cause an issue, or even heard about it causing an issue. So I'd say fire away. You can't hurt it.